Scorpios, here is your forecast for April 2025. Let's start with a small recommendation, or rather, a general message, the overall energy of April and how the month begins. After that, we will move on to a more detailed reading. I encourage you to look closely at the images of these tarot cards, as they can provide additional clues and ideas for you. Tarot card imagery was designed using familiar symbols, so even if you don't have any prior knowledge of tarot, you can still recognize certain signs and messages from these visual representations. Ultimately, your life is in your hands, but general forecasts can be an excellent source of motivation and guidance. Now, let's take a look at the overall energy of April for Scorpios. Scorpios, you have drawn the Four of Wands, and what a beautiful card it is. It carries such a warm and pleasant energy. The Four of Wands is one of the best cards among the Wands suit in terms of energy. Wands represent fire, and fire can be unpredictable, sometimes wild, burning too fast, consuming everything in its path. However, in the Four of Wands, the fire is comforting, stable, and nourishing, like sitting by a fireplace, soaking in its warmth. This means that the energy of April will be harmonious for you. Balance will be restored, your strength will return, and the fiery energy will manifest in a comfortable, steady way rather than in chaos or exhaustion. This card can indicate good health, a return to stability, and smooth progress in work, home matters, real estate transactions, and financial investments. The Four of Wands brings many aspects of life into alignment. Imagine that wands represent the circulation of energy, much like blood flow in the body. This card regulates that flow, creating a steady rhythm rather than an erratic surge of energy one day and depletion the next. Everything will fall into place. This energy can extend to relationships as well, bringing clarity and harmony. But one of the most beautiful aspects of the Four of Wands is the theme of support from family, friends, or even a community. You will feel that someone has your back, that you are surrounded by people who care about you, who are ready to stand up for you. It's a feeling of protection and camaraderie, like a real-life musketeer alliance. Perhaps you've been lacking support lately, whether from family, a partner, or a close circle of friends. Even if you don't have a traditional family, someone can still step into that role for you. This could even be a pet, but the sense of comfort, security, and warmth will be there, giving you strength and increasing your well-being. All in all, April has the potential to be a truly rewarding month. Now, let's move on to the full reading for Scorpios. Let's look at the first half of April, the events and the key recommendation. Then we will analyze the second half of April, the events and guidance for that period. Look at this incredible energy. Your month is filled with wands, indicating momentum, action, and fiery passion. For the first half of April, you have the Six of Wands, which speaks of victory, recognition, and progress, and the Queen of Wands, which is all about confidence, charisma, and self-expression. This suggests that you should push forward, take action, and embrace your power. Now, looking at the second half of April, we have the Seven of Wands, which indicates defending your position, standing your ground, and possibly encountering some resistance. Here, the recommendation is to slow down a bit, to go with the flow rather than force things forward aggressively. What does this mean in practice? During the first half of April, take bold steps, pursue your goals, and ride the wave of momentum. The energy will be on your side, and things will flow easily. This is a time to embrace your confidence, just like the Queen of Wands, who sits proudly with her black cat and enchanted sunflower, openly declaring, "I am a witch, and I own my power." You are encouraged to be yourself, fully and unapologetically. Don't hold back. Embrace your charm, your leadership, and your personal magnetism. Who, if not you, Scorpio, will tell the truth, even when it stings, even when it's unpleasant? Sure, other zodiac signs can do it too, but I truly believe that this is one of your greatest talents, speaking directly, stating things as they are, with no sugarcoating. That's why, in my opinion, Scorpios make the perfect auditors. They can evaluate everything with precision and honesty, pointing out what is good and what is bad, even if others don't like it. Even if everyone is used to tiptoeing around certain things, you have the ability to be open and real. And that will only serve you well. People will follow you because of it. The first half of April will bring you success, movement forward, and team support, all reflected in the Six of Wands. Why? Because you are making the right moves, leading by example, and acting as a role model. You are simply being yourself, staying true to who you are, and working not to please everyone, but for your own growth. So be yourself. Be authentic. Be confident in your truth, even if some people don't like it, because there will always be those who support you. The first half of April can also be very successful in business, work, finances, and achieving any personal goals. The Six of Wands often represents growth, progress, and self-improvement, which comes from effort, awareness, and the willingness to improve yourself and your life. This is always a card of forward movement toward the future, toward success, toward the realization of your goals. You have the potential to achieve outstanding results in many different areas during this time. That's why I strongly recommend you take a moment to reflect. What do you want to improve within yourself? Not for others, but for yourself. You assess yourself in comparison to your past self. What kind of person were you 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last year? Growth is a constant process. And while there are phases where we feel indifferent and lack motivation to change, it's important to remember your strength. You are already great, but you can be even better. Ask yourself, what can I develop within myself? What can I master? The first half of April will be the perfect time to take on this challenge. Now, looking at the second half of April, we have the Seven of Wands. On the one hand, this is still a card of power, effort, and action. You are trying, moving forward, and pushing through obstacles. But here's the thing. Sometimes, the Seven of Wands represents pointless battles. It can feel like you are constantly bumping into roadblocks, that people are placing obstacles in your way, and yet, you keep pushing forward no matter what. You hear no, 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 but you insist on fighting through out of sheer stubbornness or habit. But the question is, why keep fighting? Scorpios, the key recommendation for the second half of April is to remember your true nature. You are a water sign. And what does water do? It flows around obstacles instead of crashing into them. It adapts, finds new paths, and doesn't force change. It simply moves naturally. This will be your most beneficial strategy in the second half of the month. Instead of fighting against the tide, allow yourself to go with the flow. You may gain far more from this approach than you would by stubbornly pushing forward. Let things unfold naturally, and trust that the path will reveal itself to you. The Hanged Man also often signifies making the right decision, not by exhausting yourself, but by pausing, observing, and waiting for the right moment. Instead of rushing, chasing everything at once, and pouring your energy into every possible direction, give yourself the chance to step back and analyze. Instead of taking 7 reckless steps, you can take just one, but the right one, at the right time. That's how you will win. So don't push yourself too hard. Don't drive yourself to the brink of exhaustion. Take care of yourself, your nerves, and your emotions. In fact, in the second half of the month, it would be beneficial for you to withdraw into your personal shell, the space where you feel safe, comfortable, and at peace. Keep handling your responsibilities, building relationships, working, and taking care of your health, but do so without overexerting yourself. There's no need to forcefully take initiative in every possible situation. Go with the flow, adjust naturally, and you will see that this approach can be just as productive and effective. Now, let's talk about the best strategy for Scorpios in April 2024, as well as the least favorable strategy and a tarot amulet recommendation. Your best strategy? Let go. Go with the flow. Your least favorable strategy? Trying to change everything, insisting on your way, pushing ahead at all costs. This isn't the time to be the one leading the charge, making bold moves, or pushing for action. That time will come, but not in April. In April, you will gain more, feel more satisfied, and achieve better results, whether in love, money, or anything else you desire, by being fluid, adaptable, and responsive to the situation. The Fool card serves as your guiding energy. It encourages you to remain open to possibilities. Yes, you might have general plans, goals, and even expectations, But if things don't unfold exactly as expected, don't be afraid. Don't resist. Don't fight. Just adjust and move forward. The Fool also suggests a strategy of being open to whatever life brings your way. Instead of demanding specific outcomes or expecting certain behaviors from people, what if you simply allowed events to unfold naturally? What if you accepted people for who they are, instead of trying to control or anticipate their actions? And here's where the tarot amulet message comes in: acceptance. The Lover's card carries this message beautifully. It represents mutual acceptance, particularly through the story of Adam and Eve, who, according to myth, were created together on the same day. They were not meant to compete or prove who was better, they were meant to accept each other as they were. This acceptance could unlock doors for you in April. Embrace the differences in others, and in doing so, you may find that life itself embraces you in return. The angel in this card showers blessings not upon those who struggle, but upon those who allow things to unfold naturally. So, try not to be too rigid. Don't let your inner critic take over, don't overanalyze everything, and don't exhaust yourself in constant battle. Instead, be lighter, freer, more accepting. Shift your mindset into a summer-like state of ease and joy, and recognize that even when things don't go as planned, something else may be falling into place instead. Redirect your focus when necessary, protect your own peace of mind, and, just as importantly, protect the peace of those around you. The Lover's card also serves as your second amulet and brings a final piece of advice. Communicate, engage, exchange energy, share your thoughts and emotions, meet new people, and stay socially active. Through communication, you may find new inspiration, discover fresh ideas, and even uncover unexpected solutions to ongoing situations. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful month.